Hello, welcome back to Dale's Devotionals. Guys, it's been such a great week. Has everything went perfect in my week? No, it's not went perfect in my week. My week has been a great week, other than everything didn't go perfect. As you may have noticed, partially through the week, our video didn't come out exactly on time on Tuesday. And during the process of fighting that for 23 hours to try to get our video to upload, confusion ensued, and somehow this devotional from last week got deleted, only 2 days after its release. So I apologize to you if you didn't get to see that, but maybe it was in the Lord's will that you didn't get to see that. Either that, or maybe it was the evil one at work. But even through that, in all things I do, I choose to honor God in that. I didn't throw my hands in the air. I didn't get upset. I was downhearted, but not for too long, because it gives me great opportunities to bring you yet more of these devotionals, and opens my eyes to things that the Lord's pointing out are flawed in what I do. That honor that we all have should be shown through everything we do. And that brings me to today's verse. Today's verse comes from Proverbs 3, verse 9 says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops." Now that's a variation from the NIV. King James, a little bit different variation, basically the same words. So let's analyze this verse. The first thing that we're asked to do is honor the Lord with your wealth. Now for us here on the 9 acres, I don't know about with you and your family, but we struggled during the early years of our marriage. If I haven't talked about it already, or you don't know, we're from a blended family. Both my wife and I come from previous marriages, and we had children with those previous marriages. Now, in the Lord's will, those marriages didn't work out, but they brought us together. And guys, it was a struggle at first. It was a struggle to make a cohesive family so that our children knew that they could rely on each other as siblings. For us to struggle with our parenting, but above all, the worst thing that was for us is we struggled with our wealth. We struggled with finances. Now, I think we all have a struggle with finances at some portion in our life. Till you learn how to keep and hold and save and budget in your life, you're going to struggle with that. Now, the Lord calls us to honor Him with our wealth, and we're also called to give a portion of that back to His kingdom. Now, does God need our money? Does the Lord need our money? Think about that. Why does God need my money? He owns it all. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and He owns the hills. Why does He need my money? It's not so much about what the Lord needs, but it's what you do to follow His disciplines, to do as He asks of you, and to honor Him. So the first portion of your wealth, of your earnings, should be given back to the Lord. Now, I'm not here to debate about if that's before taxes or after taxes or what that is. But I'm telling you, you need to honor God with it. That doesn't just mean your tithe. That also means, how are you spending that money? Are you spending it on alcohol? Are you spending it on drugs? Are you spending it on lottery tickets? In the casino? Heaven forbid, are you spending it on an addiction to something that you can find online that will not only destroy you and your soul, but may destroy your marriage at the same time? Is that honoring to the Lord? Is that honoring to your spouse? I think not. So, no matter what your wealth is, whether you have a whole bunch or have very little at all, we're called to honor the Lord with it. Dale, how do I honor the Lord with my wages or with my wealth? The best thing to do, find a charity. If you're not a follower of the church, find a charity. Find someone who was in that struggle of a walk that you were in when you were younger. That single mom that can't pay her bills. That single mom that you know has a struggle. She's in front of you at the gas pump. When you go in to prepay for yours, prepay for hers. You'll never know how much that'll bless her. We're also called with the first fruits of all your crops. Now, so many people take this literally as first crop. So I have to be a farmer, I have to be a gardener, whatever. Yeah, that's a big portion of it. We started last year, some of our first crops we gave away. Gave away to someone in the kingdom. We took them to church, gave them to someone who wanted them at church. We gave away the first crop, the Lord's portion, to someone in his kingdom. Does it have to be the crop out of your garden? Your fruits are whatever you labor on and bring to this world. It could be a wooden shelf. You can make a shelf to give to the local shelter, to give to the library. If you're a handyman, it could be the fact that you just go and fix someone in need's porch, or the flashing on their house has come down, or the guttering needs to be repaired. It could be that you see someone in need with a yard that needs to be mowed, and you show up with your lawnmower, hedge trimmers, some rakes and shovels, and just help them out. It could be that you are giving the first fruits from your crop or your production. If you're the guy that makes raised bed gardens, how much of a blessing would it be to go to someone who doesn't have that means, build a raised bed garden for them or deliver one to their house, set it up, establish that relationship that through the Lord, not only can you minister to them, but you can help them nourish themselves. I'm not talking about rocket science here, guys. And I'm not asking you to give up what you have. But we also know that when we do the Lord's work and we honor him with our wealth and give him the first fruits of our crops, that he will abundantly supply us. I'll let you ponder on this. A lot of people ask the Lord, can I win the lottery? Lord, please just let me win the lottery. If I hired you to handle my finances and you can't handle what you're making and you can't manage it correctly, why would I give you my portion? The Lord looks at it the same way. Why would he bless you any more if you cannot manage and handle what he has currently gave you? Something to think about. So I challenge you all to do this week before my next devotional. Figure out a way to honor the Lord in your wealth. And gather a plan to give away those first fruits of all your crops. Till next time, farm on, keep strong. I love you, and so does God. Bye.